Welcome back to Apollo Justice. We are in a bit of an interesting case at the moment. Um, we just finished a trial which we were up against Phoenix. We didn't exactly do a normal trial than what we would normally do. And it seems like we solved one thing, but it looks like something else is about to happen. So I think I'm going to jump in and see what happens. It's already 17. Hey, this day that I'm playing now. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? That's right, yeah, she was being held hostage. How about that? And who's this mastermind? Oh yeah, freaking Paul asshole as we called him. Or well, I mean it's politician, but still. Yeah, he was nothing more than a puppet. Benefactor was the one pulling the strings, but I have no idea who they are. So all we know is the person he was trying to give the orb to? Right. He's just following orders. Whoever it is, seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then, Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too? Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Kurai. Along with Maya. Wonder who they could be. Right. This Maya. The spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be the blonde-haired young lady you defended back to Kurai? That's her. Why do you ask? See. I think I know what's going on here. But good news for you, right? Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Jerk, you mind filling us in? There's a familiar ringtone. No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello? Mr. Felix, right, yes. Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate. Who is this? I believe you know me as Mr. Petition. Asshole, as you like to call me. Benefactor. Or Mr. Asshole Benefactor. I thought they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe? I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock when I was here. Saw me both quit with a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming. Wait, they put a listening device in here somehow? Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that I don't guarantee my safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see. You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. Right, give it here a sec. Wait! Hey there, how's it going, stranger? Huh? Who is this? Why is your friendly neighborhood dragon? Just happened to be in the US on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Karko Kurai. Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper? Is Kurai's Minister of Justice? Oh, I was wondering when he was going to come back. Dark, is that you dirty turncoat? Oh, I need to the freaking that like what was it? Like a Boston accent that I put on him. I wonder what in the blazes is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me and that was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. Oh, get him! You can't lay a hand on my FA, and I do mean that literally. Ugh. What's he talking about? Kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My FA ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance. You know, Dirk? What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at Amara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. You better come along, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you need to get my FA back. What's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Korean at once. What? Why? No time to explain. Are you even gonna make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not just gonna let you get on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Edgeworth! Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth? What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it, Will did say that she saw you around in the Green Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Korean. Including my situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Korean earlier. But he explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Asshole. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation. I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Samadhi is on board. Wow. It'd be nice to be Chief Prosecutor. Right. We have no time. We have no time to lose. We must head to Korean at once. Right. I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. Daddy! I should also bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Fine. You better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Let us make haste. To Korean. And that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Korean began. Hey, Lionheart, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. Kingdom of Korean. This is no time to reminisce, but I have to say, this place sure brings back memories. I'll be up Apollo. Right behind you. Mara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Darren Palace. We should have just enough time to get there. Then let's sprint there. You can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. I wasn't made for all this running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara? Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It will take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. Oh boy. So you have returned, Barbed Head. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess, Rafa Padma Karain. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. Prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence. You see Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading toward Amara's tomb. Is he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? So she has no idea about Miss V's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company. Bow down before her glory. Her Eminence Queen Garen, Grand Priestess of Karain, approaches. Huh? Garen? It's Queen Garen. Guards. Surround Amara's tomb at once. Yes, Your Eminence.
Urdi Hara Kara!
What's she doing? She gonna help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence. So, our barbed head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of her husband. Our husband? Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country? How could you? Mother abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? They are the Garen Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guard? They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? You mean... Garen, no! His hostage is in there! Dirk, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in? Listen, we need to call a truce for now. Garen Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown. As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist, and you die. Wait a second. Oh boy. Slow down there, Garen. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. What? But if you take me in now, Maya Fey is as good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Dirk, wait! Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk and Samadi to pass. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, the ads are about to start, so I'm gonna stop here for a sec. That's alright. Just gotta wait for a couple of minutes. No, it's not frozen. It's just very quiet. I'm just waiting for the ads to be over. Boop. And music. Hey, Dean Snaker, welcome on in. Alrighty. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Sorry about that. Alright, let's crack on. Barthead, you have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're here, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. What's with the attitude? Father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. My ears deceive me, or did my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Faye and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. What do you call a careful wolf? A werewolf? Oh my... Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. It's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? It's difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence? You saw your father heading toward the tomb? I did. I was over on that veranda peeping the fog when I saw him hurrying toward the tomb. I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else other than he entered. Or after he entered. Minister Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. I sure hope he's alright. It's only been 5 minutes? Ugh, feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo. Patience. It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in. Can you just wait a little longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in. That'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too. Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Samadi. Yes, Your Eminence. What? Dirk's under arrest too? Naturally. That traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. Rah! We're going in! Follow me, man. For Her Eminence! Erdihara... Was it Erdihara Garin? No one gets hurt. Your Eminence! Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister, he's dead. What's this? What? Apollo, quick! Right behind you. No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence. Where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Uh-oh. Dirk? Dirk, So it is Mr. Inga who has fallen? Guards, seize this murderous man at once. Yes, Your Eminence. Surrender now or perish, rebel scum. No, wait! Oh. Dirk! Taking him away! Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... He told me to keep it safe. Is that Maya? Nick? Is that you? Maya! Are you alright? Dirk, he saved me. I'm exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. She used her spirit powers? Like, did she do spirit channeling just now? Maya! Thank you for the stream streak. Appreciate it. Mr. Inga, the man behind this phase of abduction, has been killed. Dirk was arrested for his murder. So, was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution? With this, hurt fell on the minister. But things were far from over. Oh boy. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure. But from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely. Who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, this cannot be. I must see for myself. Oh, I see. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garen. Father! Oh, Father! Dirk! You will pay for this! Apollo, let's regroup up somewhere. Yeah. It wasn't really you that did it, right? Oh god, this is not looking good. Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. As we're speaking with the local police, so let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. Right. Can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Mr. Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged for the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Samadhi shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Kurai. Do I have I have asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Samadi has grown quite fond of her. Been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Naita says, seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's full work to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well. Then I will accompany you, right? Okay. We'll go our separate ways for now. Alright. If anything comes up, you have my cell number. Do you know your way around, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Sure. Are they done interrogating you? Nope. Fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. Yeah, that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. Found guilty of these crimes, they're facing a very public execution. Public execution? This is worse than I thought. Come on, son. Turn that fan upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. I'd like that. I need to focus on what's happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't mean to kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. Huh? Hey, Anton, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb. I got all dizzy immediately after that. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood. So you don't remember meeting with him? No. The last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. What happened to Sophie? What, and when's it change? You might want to go back on the VODs to find out. There's no way he could explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet. Just messing with you, son. Oh, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Sheesh, nothing seems to face him. Not even being arrested for murder. This will be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Karen is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. This means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? I don't know how you could laugh at a time like this. Son, I take it you'll find... I take it you'll be defending me at my trial. Of course. Count on me. That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. Oh, you got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. Right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. Sure. You don't sound very fine. Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago? About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous Queen Amara was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime? Why did they arrest you, Mr. Samadi? Weren't you just a lawyer back there? Or back then? What relation would you have had with the Queen? About that. Amara was, well, she was my wife. Oh! I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even the queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else. So was a verdict ever reached her? I acted as my own attorney and won. So I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Now where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? But why? I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. That was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah. The fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There was little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall. I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm gonna be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. If you won the case, it'll work out somehow. Hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. Remember that messy, dimly lit room? All I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Let me think. All going through a manhole. When I knocked her, I hated how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. That old case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. So you got it safely out of the tomb. Why'd you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garen's hands. Not ever. I thought Minister Ingo was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Is that Dirk's intuition is at it again. Garen will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. I'm afraid your time is up. Oh, Nayuta. It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you future-headed criminal evading lawyer. Wait, don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney. What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? You bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am a prosecutor. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Here you've been serving Garen, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing his country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As said, I've moved on. Now let us waste no more time. Flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Rita, I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't. Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum. Ow, watch it! Not so rough, will you? Rita, is he seriously gonna prosecute his own father? Oh, fan-frickin-tastic. Let's check here real quick. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Bright. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Is the faceless woman in that mural over there Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought the spirit channel into Bright. Oh, right, the woman in the orb. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back to Brian, I hear. Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Samadhi has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his ephemeral holiness? Oh, and there's stress eating. I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just, his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on... Oh, dang it. I'm tough from the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant is, in this case, no. I mean... Sounds like they've got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. That was a lot of text. I didn't even get to read all of that. Plus, working on investigations overseas is a priceless experience, but flying back and forth between here and home every few days with no days off, that's been tough, and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Oh, God. I don't think they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. Estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came into the scene. Any suspects besides Dirk? No. Maya and the minister were the only ones here. Oh, Maya and the minister were the only ones here. There we go. Laughing about hi, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, sorry about that. I'm kind of trying not to talk too loudly because Tabby's here. Down on the game. Is that any better? Hopefully that sounds better. Think so? Yeah, it's just because I'm trying not to talk too loudly because Tabby's behind me, so... Amaya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told his tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. Oh, I appreciate that, thank you. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off? It would appear so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes. Inga Karkul Karain was the second most powerful figure in Karain. Plus, he was married to the Queen. It seems strange that someone of his status would have abducted someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about this plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. I wonder if it really was for what all asshole Whipperson said. Great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Karain, only those who could channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen? Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot as her, so her soul could rest in peace. This is where the fire happened, huh? Why did the Minister Inca was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easier to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? That long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, and here. It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. She's down and out for now, but at least she's safe compared to other final mainline cases. That's true. Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder? It must be so reassuring to those she left behind. Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the founder just might come and watch over you too. Thank you for the hydrate. There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here. Like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they used real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? Wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff. You went through all the trouble of depicting that? Talk about going overboard. Seeing those statues there really reminds me of this one place that Tabby and I went to when we were in Japan. Got the name of the place now. But it had like 1,000 of these like statues. And you weren't supposed to take pictures of them. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. I think it was in Kyoto, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it's Kyoto. Hang on, let me have a look. 1,000 statues. Kyoto. Not China. That's the one. Yeah, the Sanjusan Jendo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just such a long word. Sanjusan Jendo Mari. Mawari. There we go. But yeah, basically, it's famous for its 1,000 statues of Kanin, the goddess of compassion, in her 1,000-armed incarnation. But yeah, we went to that place, and those statues kind of remind me of that. It's not the same, obviously, but it's close. This is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer look. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. Huh. One big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. Mummy, huh? It's locked. Hey, don't touch that. We can't search inside it? Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone tried opening anyway. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey! Hey! Anyone in there? Don't do that. You're gonna get us cursed. Cursed? The queen likely bears a grudge toward the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo. What am I gonna do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. See. Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. Look, one of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a little closer. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. This thing's more splinter than statue now. The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. Seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know? Oh, that was a female. In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend into the afterlife? The afterlife? No need to stop taking what Naita says so seriously. Or you need to stop taking what Naita says so seriously. I can't freaking read today. I must be capable of thinking for myself. Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues only have one each. Hey, you're right. Maybe the statue was special or something. Look, there's a bullet here. It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun. Rifling marks? Are rifling marks? Aren't those? Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating. No, we're good. Lawyers. So smart. You do realize we can hear you. There's something sparkling down here. What's that? Something shiny down there. Pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is that it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it. Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it? I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one. Hi, Bernie. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. That's too bad. The blood turned out to be the victim's. That means it must have fallen over. It must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. covered in blood. Been going okay over here, Bernie. Been going okay. The blood spatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer too. Come to think of it, there was blood on Dirk's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what I conclude if I recall too. Why are things always so bleak for me? This is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. So, this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Samadi. That's not good. Were there any others? There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife. Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile. They've already taken the body away. Kinda sad how familiar I've become with body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those four-armed cuffs. They look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they are for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents. Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. But now, they're just one of the many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology, if you're going there. I happen to know why I started, thank you very much. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. It should be. His fingerprints are all over it. Do you know if he talked with anyone recently? There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So the minister was armed, huh? Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around the show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired his last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yeah, that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Dirk ate them. Tina. You can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden behind it. Hey, bullets are high in protein. True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in. Oh, they were really thorough. Yeah, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries." Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. She tried to cover every angle possible here. Let's use so all over it. Let's face the chair first. Oh, Miss Faye. She must have been tied out to this chair. I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Tricia showed me how to do her rope escape trick. Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Wright. Honestly, she's not wrong. So I thought it might come in handy someday. Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll get started. What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Oh, what the? Not give me much room. There we go. Look, there's a bloodstain on one of the chair legs. Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg. I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it? Look. Oh. That's unsettling. Bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Minister Inga's blood? Hold on one second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match. So then, whose blood is it? Dirk and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Okay. Someone could have hid behind these curtains. Hey, Arcade, welcome on in. Thank you for the, save. I'll do that in a second. Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place. We did it, Apollo. We solved the case. It is fair to justice, yes. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the Royal Guard searched the tube high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences.
Huh?
Ugh, sorry. I was acting up. Is this supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit? Looks like the spirit of some country sultan or something. She seems to be conveying something to his retainers. She's on fire! This must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk. He really made him look evil. This is the weirdest one of all. Is this supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyway. Guess it's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending. Yeah, except nobody came out of the story happy. This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety. No, couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. Thank you for the stream streak, Arcade. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in. Right. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. Is there anything else? If there is... Oh, yeah, there we go. Baby on Lotus Blossom? That's one strange painting. Apparently that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something. So that baby's supposed to be Amara? This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. Hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see. Next one is... Is that Dirk? Why does he have horns? I probably should have done it... Probably should have done this one first and then the other one, but still, you get the point. My best guess is it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her? Well, he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite wall. Yeah, which we already looked at. Need to look at it again. Okay. Okay. Trying to see if he has anything else to say. Okay, want to double check. We haven't missed anything. I think we got everything now. Oh! Full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. I got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how, you know how people make wishes by throwing coins? You know, on second thought, I'm good. What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Oh, we got ads. Alright, I'm gonna wait here. I shall wait. While we're waiting, folks, a little reminder that in less than 2 hours, we will be having a movie night over on Discord, which we're watching Good Morning Vietnam. So if you haven't joined the Discord, there's the link right there in the chat. Just make sure you read the rules before you join, and then there's different roles to react to get notified about the streams, movie nights, YouTube, and TikTok uploads, and the shop updates. So yeah. Ever seen Good Morning Vietnam? Neither have I. I haven't seen it either. I mean, it's got Robin Williams, so I'm sure it'd be good. Alrighty. Welcome back from ads, everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Let's continue. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that. It's not a gem. It's a button. Albeit a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with the soot? See here on the gemstone. Hey, you're right. Aww. Saw something sparkling in there. Or maybe that was just a gem, actually. I think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far. For starters, we're dealing with the locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the Royal Guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. So, what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot. Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when his ephemeral holiness arrives. Oh, right. Speak of the devil. Ask your Samadhi. Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing. Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Naita. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously gonna prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him. Huh? Oh, right behind you. Nagita, would you stop already? What do you want? About Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Nagita, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Garen, personally requested that I serve as a prosecutor. She did? That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? Ugh. But, come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is. But, don't you, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Samadhi. Still spewing empty words, devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. Future red pepper. Ugh. I know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I'd come back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to the questions like the one you wanted to ask. Nagita, I wanted to ask you about the hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand, and he was using that person, along with his hostage, as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. Oh yeah, I'm thinking this related to Mayuta. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? Or, I mean, it could be his wife. Oh, no. No, that wouldn't be... Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know. There we go. Bracelet's reacting. Hey, Naita. About what you just said. Wasn't I? Ow! My bracelet's crushing my wrist! Ow, that really hurts! What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Samadhi, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. Right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this. Okay. Here. It'll work. Yeah. Alright, stay safe. Bye. Alright. It appears you intend to go through with the trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it's too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court. Fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all of my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you'll excuse me. Let's hear somebody knows his father will be publicly Oscar Samani knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Ayuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Did you really plan on sudden Dirk on his death? Or to his death? I really can't speak today. Did you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? That was quick. Okay, I was about to say, that was very quick. Okay, yeah, we should be able to finish the investigations today at the very least. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you alright? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Karain to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I've been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the barbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Huh? Oh, it's the guard. You're from the Garen Royal Guard, right? I am Lackey, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. Shoulder rubber? What? That's very specific. Yeah, I picked that up. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are... Don't be absurd. Is he about to ask for a massage? I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garen, Grand Priestess of Karain. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garen would summon you, but I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lackey, L-A-H apostrophe K-E-E, and all praise the omnipotent Queen Garen. She has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garen sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. You can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Right. I feel I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? At least he has passion for his job? I guess so. Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well? It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. It's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband, Inga, has been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ow! That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing. He did abduct Maya. That much is... I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this. You... Ow! Ow! Please, your benevolence. That is quite enough, Reika. We understand your feelings, but we fear that he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother! What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. Secret police? They came out during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So Your Eminence has no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Korain is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father... But to know that Inga would not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Korain, Only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed one. Do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations? Is that how you pronounce it? Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. We're coming together. Machinations, thank you. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Samadhi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day! Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garen, Grand Priestess of Karain! Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. See how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. The Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Yeah, she's very, Yeah, Rafe is really the only one that's acting reasonable here. Father. Rafe, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such an heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions. The longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's your husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act.
Huh?
Those who would support criminals would be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Samadhi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. See. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Korean, the Hall of Justice is a sacred place where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why... Sorry, I just got a message. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. Sorry, I just got a text from Fox. Indeed it is, Katie. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? That law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there need be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Yeah, that sounds familiar. Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Karain, we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Oh, different animation. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh, no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. You consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice? Then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Karain dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all? Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? Missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, maybe assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother? No! You've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's? Uh-oh. Royal Guard. Remnants. What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Why did you have to blurt it out, Phoenix? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar? Oh, Phoenix, you have completely fudged up. What? Is that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. The cry of a local bird known as the warbad. Oh, that's right, yeah. Bird. That sounds like that. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, Can't say I've heard one quite like that. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. Extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. It is so rare that then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? Not me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Was that a gunshot? Starting a PW? Oh, hello. What was that dance? Fire Dragon's newest weapon. All these puppies, Dragon Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those... Why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the resume's been cracking down on us real tough lately. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. Say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarras's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels, and we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garen's goons. Huh? Like this. Whoa! You cut that out! I'm not with the resume, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, that was priceless, PW! Oh my god. Guess I startled that warband too. Miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. Yeah, for real. I'm surprised no one's arresting him. You there! Oh, it's Raven. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Take that! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbed head. Your benevolence. What can I do for you? Regime? Oh, I keep forgetting. Hey Astro, welcome on in. Hope we're doing well. Yeah, I keep forgetting this regime. Yeah, hey Ed, how you doing? What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but... It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rafer expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer. Don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right. Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is. If it's the last thing I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Wouldn't surprise me. Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. What is it, Astro? Thank you. Show Edgeworth a badge? Okay. Still I see. Guess borders mean little in the face of your incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Oh, I'll tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. Okay. Anyway. Where are we going? For a residence. Yeah, no, I could tell it was Gumshoe. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa. What a beautiful place this is. But I'd be enjoying this a whole lot more if we weren't investigating a murder. Commoners aren't normally allowed access to the royal residence, you know. Under ordinary circumstances, it would be impossible to take in such a spectacular view. Though murder is certainly a unique reason to be offered such a rare opportunity. I know, yeah, you can't catch a break. This place is decorated with all sorts of colorful flowers. And that view from the veranda looks like it would be amazing. If I had to guess, I'd say Rafa must live here. Mars tomb, scene of Inga's murder. Poor Maya was held captive in there. Alright, Chip, see you in a bit. To think she was actually being held here in Karain. If only we had found out sooner. No point in dwelling on that now. All we could do is keep moving forward. Yes, of course. Garin Palace, the heart of the kingdom's government and religion. Yes, the two are inseparable, intertwined. Here in Karain. The religious beliefs of its people touch every aspect of their lives, including legal affairs. Right. Like how they commune with spirits in court. I suppose Koraianism is the glue that binds their faith, law, and politics together. It may seem strange to foreigners like us, but for them, it's perfectly natural. The footprints come from this residence. Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least. Did they say can't or can? We can, okay. Right. What does this have to do about your first suspect? Or what does this have to say about... What does this say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. The ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. Oh? I think someone's in there. Father... Is that Princess Rafa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. She always puts on such a brave face. Hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rafa? Are you in there? Just a moment. I'll be right there. I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes. Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid, stupid barbhead! Ouch! Could have feigned ignorance. As if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the Crown Princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This is my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some big bad dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Big bad dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. The only reason we don't comment on how badly Nick opens his mouth and inserts foot is because Apollo and Athena might actually do so more. Oh my god. What a mess. You definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. This staff keeps getting in the way. Nena! Oh. Huh? What is Nena? Normally... Yeah, true, Katie. She comes running whenever Rafa calls. That's right. Nena is what? Oh well. You, Barbhead, come hold the staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy and I am tired of holding it. How does Nena put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now.
Bruh.
Hey, Slushy, welcome on in. Barbed Head. I, the Royal Priestess of Kurain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully. Such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup. How the hell do you pronounce that? I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. It was all for my sake. Your sake? The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. Data? Oh, it's pronounced coup. I thought it was coup. Here's me mispronouncing so many words today. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Cats lose almost as much fluid in the saliva while grooming themselves as they do through urination. Huh. Oh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Did he really try to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Your Benevolence, I noticed Nana isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2? It's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name. Oh, it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nina. Hope she's alright. Rafa seems really worried for Nana. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance? Who else if not I? Good point. Thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experience in their final moments. So, tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess, and it is one I intend to fulfill. What's that word? Duty. Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. Duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Your Benevolence, has Nana served you long? Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well. Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings? Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Well, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I would do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. Yet, I can't shake the feeling that Naina's connected to this case in some way. Probably. It's a bit unfortunate. That was the first thing or one of the first things I noticed. It's a syringe and a vial. Those were for my father's back. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said his back pain would knock him off his feet. I have a feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? There's some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. Our servants clean this room each day. Here in Karain, we have the saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is, why clean up today when you can leave for tomorrow? Oh no. His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Karain. Huh? This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. What's this? Je suis la belle. Why does that sound familiar? Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color jet black. I wonder if Inko is going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you could use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. Wow, okay then, Phoenix. Maybe, are you, what's the word? What's the word? Freaking... Projecting, thank you. Yeah, are you projecting? Nice to know that Wright and Edgeworth are like an old married couple. Oh my god. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. Slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Karain. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. I'm not gonna cry, it's just... Oof. I felt that pain. Thinking about that is just really sad. Ay, ay, ay. I'm just gonna wait here because the ads are about to start in a second. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll be right back after the ad. Hi, dinner, Dylan. Dinner, I just working and playing some Pragmata. Nice. How you guys doing in chat, by the way? You guys doing alright? A little reminder that right after stream today, we'll be having a movie night over on the Discord, which we're watching Good Morning Vietnam. So hopefully we'll be able to finish the investigation on time. Alrighty, welcome back to Mads, everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Let's continue. This is Rafa. I honestly don't know how to answer that. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Rice, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Huh. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's more prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would you bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's given me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edward's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who he must have seen every day? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons on his. I imagine they made the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they served to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. Oh, I thought he was going to try it. Wow. That's one gaudy... one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. God damn! Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? Haha, pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Oh. Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my! I think such a thing was here all this time. Rats! Looks like we need the combination to get in. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. It's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what day Inga would use as a combination. So what we got? We got the date of the DC Act was enacted, parents' anniversary, Rafa's birthday. Let's try Rafa's birthday. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence? You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on. Worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24th. Christmas Eve? Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Called it! It opened! It did? Yep, and it looks like the bottom save was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birthday? Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. Aww. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There's some other papers in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Garen assassination plan. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garen. This is the plan for his... What was it? What was it pronounced again? Coup d'etat. There we go. What? Give me that. I don't understand. It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. This is to come has a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here, too. It's a woman. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. Is that, what's her name? On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Flying Dragons branded on it. Oh, yeah. What the heck is going on here? Wait, that's... Your benevolence? How could this be? Princess Rafa! Is the queen not actually her mother? She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How could I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed, it was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? Can I ask you who the woman is in this picture? Should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get much more out of her while she's like this. Okay. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? Must go. Goodbye. Wait! What was that all about? Like her mind was off somewhere else. Here's this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady is in this picture. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop, Shadow! Come back here! I did wonder if the dog was Shadow. Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. Wonder what's afoot. Edgeworth! I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I love how Shadow's just dangling off of him. That's so cute and funny. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadow! Bad dog! Leave the man's Philly thingamajig alone! If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Now that's fashion! Right away, sir. Just hold still, and... It's gonna rip, isn't it? Stop pulling like that! You only stretch the fabric! Come on, Shadow! Let go of his rather shemaculate. Shemaculate, I don't know. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2... Wait, what are you... 3! Come on! Oh no. I need air! Oh no. Oh, is he getting strangled? No! You trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. I think he's just looking. I was just like, I'm sorry. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail. What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog! You're a very bad dog! Oh! Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Albie, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this... Isn't his name for this hat? But I thought she disappeared. Shadow swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly, Dats popped out of a manhole. Ha! Whoa! Fangs of the Defiant Dragons? That's a rebel is here! Hey, you want to join our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog of the Garen regime. Huh? This is my dog Shadow. Defiant Dragon's secret weapon. Dragon Snot Snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Oof. Oh man, the look on your face! That was classic! Dats, please. The sudden bang of the fireworks spoke Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Shadow, come back here! I'll teach you, Garen's lapdog. You there! What do you think you're doing? Not good. That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right after 2 p.m., if I remember correctly. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m. That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder. But this will place her here at the palace at around 2. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing? So Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garen channeling a spirit. Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoders are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh? Can you tell me more? Of course. I'm always happy to explain. I believe it's around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Hey Bruiser, welcome on in. Hope we're doing well. Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garen. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? Hey Mouse, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well, dude. I'm doing okay over here. I hope you're doing well. I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. You could have been arrested again, you know. I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole. I can just make it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they had some really tasty food here. Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Korean's legal system has become. PCF led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. That trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. It seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. Just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albie. The proof is literally right in front of us. Yeah, picture. I know I shouldn't have taken that picture, but it was the first time I'd ever seen a spirit medium at work. I couldn't help myself. At least he knows what he did was wrong. 400 damas per copy sounds about right. Albie, you're not planning to sell this photo to tourists, are you? Come on, Mr. Wright. You don't really think I'd do that, do you? Now I really fear for his future. I just want to see, is there any other things that he has to say? That's because it is Ace Attorney. It's a sequel to the Phoenix Wright series. Apollo Justice. I doubt he'll know anything about this, but let's try. Looks so medieval, so it's a prequel? No, it's a sequel. This is a sequel. This is in a very traditional country, so to speak. It's meant to like be inspired by Japan. So yeah. There. I'm just trying everything right now. That's all we can do right now. I'm intrigued. Never played Ace Attorney games, but seen a lot of people that loved them. They're really good. I highly recommend them. They are a lot of fun. Where do we want to go? Look around? Yeah. We've looked around everywhere in this... Oh, hold on. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it? Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that, so let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright! I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now? Seems our little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? What exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antenna. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing toward the bazaar with the Garen Royal Garden in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. God damn it, Albie. Be continued. Oh boy. Okay. Oh my god, and we're still on the investigation. Jesus. Oh my god. Well, unfortunately, I do have to wrap it up. As much as I don't want to, because we're still in the middle of the investigation. Welcome to case 5, yeah. I do have to wrap it up here, unfortunately, because we've got a movie night in 20 minutes over on the Discord, and I cannot be late for that, so, yeah, we're gonna have to pick this up next week. I'm sorry. So yeah, we'll have to return to this. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, we'll come back to this next week. Hopefully we'll have, hopefully we'll be able to do a bit of the trial next week. But we'll see. I thought we would get all the investigations done today, but clearly not. I suppose they're meant to be, it is meant to be like a big finale, so I guess it makes sense that it's, kind of going on for a while.